Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Cast a Christmas Spell collection from my brand Pampered Polishes. So this whole collection was inspired by things that you may or may not see around Hogwarts around the holiday time, and I realized I just put out a Harry Potter collection, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity once the idea popped up in my head. So this is another Harry Potter inspired collection. I hope you guys aren't tired of them yet. So these will be available November 30th at 10 a.m. Central Time. In the description box below, I will link my site. I will link my business Instagram page, and then I will link my swatching Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from this collection. So there are 4 polishes in this collection. They will be $10 each, and once again, there won't be a restock if anything sells out. I did make a good amount of these though, so hopefully they last a little bit longer. I feel like I'm making more and more each collection per polish. That way they don't sell out super duper quickly. So I think this is going to be a good release as far as they're not going to sell out right away, and then they also won't be hanging around months later. So I think we're in a good spot. So we do have 4 polishes to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have a sweater from Mrs. Weasley, and this is a red to green thermal loaded with hollow flakes and ultra chrome chameleon flakes. So here's our first coat of a sweater from Mrs. Weasley. So this one is a little bit sheer here on this first coat. It is going to build up well though. I think this one has a good formula. I didn't have any kind of running or pooling or staining. You get a good amount of these little micro flakes out without having to do anything special, and they do lie easily and evenly across the nail. This one is also super holographic, so here's our second coat. That does cover completely in 2 coats for me. Depending on your application, you might want to go in for a third coat. And the green color that this transitions to will definitely be more sheer than the red one, so if you don't like that, you'll probably want that third coat anyway. This is going to dry decently glossy all on its own. You will want a top coat for longevity purposes, but nothing's going to dry textured or be difficult to remove, so there's 2 coats. Up next we have Caroling Ghosts, and this is a pale icy blue hollow with a hollow flake, a green shimmer, and blue iridescent microflex. So here's our first coat of Caroling Ghosts. So this one covers pretty well here in this first coat. It's not completely opaque, so I am going to go in for a second coat, but again, I think it has a really good formula. I didn't, again, have any kind of running, pooling, staining. Nothing difficult to work with, not too thick, not too thin, all that kind of jazz. So this one also is nice and holographic, especially in the sun. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 careful coats for me. Depending on your application, again, you might want to go in for a third coat. This one is going to dry decently glossy all on its own as well. A top coat will help keep your manicure lasting, but nothing's going to dry textured, and again, nothing will be difficult to remove. So there is 2 coats. So up next we have Broomsticks in your stocking, and this is a pinky nude corelli base, and it's got a variety of larger ultra chrome chameleon flakies. I did put a few different kinds in here as opposed to sticking to one shift. Here's our first coat of Broomsticks in your stocking. So this one is pretty opaque on this first coat. Again, we're a little bit patchy, not completely opaque on that first coat, so it is going to build up well with a second coat. But again, I think it has a good formula. You get a good amount of these flakes out. You don't have to do anything special, and you're holding the bottle upside down, and they do spread out evenly across the nail decently easily. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 for me, but once again, depending on your application and your preferences, you might want to go in for a third coat. This will also dry pretty glossy on its own, but these larger flakes can add a little bit of texture, so you will want a top coat for that reason, but nothing will be difficult to remove, so there is 2 coats. And lastly for today we have Yule Ball, and this is a super reflective gold foil with bronze undertones and a scattering of hollow. And here's our first coat of Yule Ball. So this one does cover really well here on this first coat. Once again, we're not completely opaque though, so I am going to go in for a second coat, but once again, I think this one has a good smooth formula. It does remind me of like liquid melted gold on the nail. I really, really like how this one turned out. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats. This one will dry glossy on its own, and it is nice and reflective. Nothing is going to dry textured in this, and nothing is going to be difficult to remove as far as it sticking to your nails, but it can stick to the skin around your nails because of these little gold flecks that make up this polish. That's just kind of the nature of the metallic thing, so it can get a little bit messy. So there is 2 coats. So I truly can't pick a favorite from this collection. I love every single polish in this collection. I love the thermal, a red to green, so quintessential Christmas. I love a flaky polish, good matte, good glossy. I love holographic elements, and then the gold foil is something that I've never done before. And I think it turned out really good. So I really like everything in this collection. I can't pick a favorite. But that is it, guys. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite was. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.